Welcome. Poem 7 The Stolen Boat, 10th Standard, Part 1. It is from English First Language Part 2, as per 2024-2025 Karnataka State Board Syllabus. The author of this poem is William Wordsworth. He is the poet of 17th century. Rereading activity. Imagine a child has been caught stealing a pen. What will you do if you were the child or if you were the headmaster of the school? Two answers we have to give here. If I were a child, I imagine I would feel a mix of guilt, fear, and embarrassment upon being caught. I might confess and apologize for my action, explaining why I took the pen, whether it was out of need, curiosity, or impulse. I would likely want to make amends, like returning the pen or doing something to regain trust. If I were the headmaster, I would see this as a learning opportunity rather than a moment for harsh punishment. I would calmly speak to child to understand why they took the pen. Then I would explain why stealing is wrong, emphasizing honesty and respect for others' belongings. Depending on the situation, I might encourage the child to apologize to the owner and find ways to repair the mistake, fostering a sense of responsibility. My goal would be to correct the behavior while showing compassion, ensuring the child grows from the experience. Here the poem starts. This poem is about the boy in his childhood. The boy here is the William Wordsworth childhood. It is in childhood he only did this. His experience he has written in the form of the poem. It is a mixture of the mischief done by the boy and afterwards he felt guilty for it. One side is this, and the side is the beauty of the nature he experienced while doing this adventurous act. It is a mischief. Children will do that, but they will not feel the guilty while doing that. They feel like they are doing a adventure, but afterwards he realizes that it is his fault and he corrected himself. This will happen in everybody's life when they are children. So let's see. One summer evening led by her. In the evening, in the summer, it is uh, a lot of light is there at that time. In the summer, I found what he found, the what the boy found, a little boat tied to a willow tree. Willow tree is a tree. This tree grows near the water source, near the lake or sea. Okay, this poem is about the boy steals the boat which is tied to the willow tree near the lake. This lake is surrounded by the mountains. Beautiful scenery, nature scenery is explained here. A little boat tied to a willow tree. He stole that tree. Within a rocky cave, its usual home, where the boat is always abandoned here is it is tied to the willow tree in a rocky cave. It is available. He untied that thread, tied the boat to the tree, and stole the boat. In the evening, said I unloosened her chain and stepped in. He unloosened the chain, he stole the boat and get into the boat and started rowing the boat. Pushed from the shore. Little bit he pushed. It was an act of a steal. Now he is feeling like he is stealing the boat because without taking a permission, he is doing that because he is a boy. He is not adult. That's why he's not permitted to do this. And he has a mixed feeling now that he is feeling that and as well as he's doing a great adventure. Both the feelings he has. And troubled pleasure, not without the voice. That means not without the voice indicates here the stealing. Troubled pleasure means he is happy inside that he is doing going on adventure now. But some troubled pleasure is there, little not completely happy. Little fear is there because he is out of moral thought that he is doing a wrong thing. Stealing is a wrong thing. This thought is there in his mind. Off mountain echoes did my boat move on. As he started rowing the boat started moving on and In front of him, the mountains came. The mountain echoes means mountains are telling him, and they are echoing the sound of his mind here. That is the happiness, thrillness in his mind of going on adventure alone as a boy, and the feel of guilt. Everything is that mountain is echoing his feelings to him only, leaving behind her still on either side. That means the mountains are by his side on both the sides. So, leaving behind all these mountains, he is moving on further. On either side of the lake, mountains are there. A small circle glittering idly in the moon. This lake is glittering in while he is rowing the boat by the oar. Oar is that the stick the boy is holding, it is called oar. He moving this oar and rowing the boat. The boat is moving forward. By that the waves are created here like this in this picture. And these waves are grilling as if the shining moon is down in the lake. The beautiful scenery is being explained by the poet here until they melted all into one track. That means they are in a one track. They are getting melted. The scenery is that is creating him a stable path to go. In his imagination, all this happening of sparkling light, but now like one who rows. He is rowing his boat with the oars. These two are the oars he is holding, and he is moving towards the light sparkling path created by the moon's image in the lake. Proud of his skill, he is very proud that being a small boy also, he is rowing the boat as if the adults too to reach the chosen point. He has chosen his point to reach. Okay, in the evening, he started his adventure journey. By the night, he came back in this poem with the unswerving line. I fixed my view. He fixed in his mind where to reach, and he know the path where to go. And unswavering line is that path is not swivering, not moving at all. The straight path, fixed path is there for him. Upon the summit of a craggy ridge. Craggy ridge is a mountain and is surrounded by the mountain. That is a lake is there in England. Okay, on the summit of that, that means top of the hill. Top of the hill is called summit. Treasure Ridge is the mountain in the England. The horizon's utmost boundary far above. These are above the land. The mountains are up high. The peak is very high in the sky. Was nothing but the stars and the grey sky. What is there in the top? He's looking at the top of the mountain, at the peak of the mountain. There's only stars and the grey sky is there. He was an elfin penis, lustily. Here, the boat is compared with elfin. Elfin means delicate, delicate and very fine like a lady. Penis is beautiful, delicate boat. It is small boat. That is called lustily means happily. Here, it is moving like swan moves. Okay, it is comparing the scene with the elfin means elves. We call elves. These are the magical powers these elves have. Like this boat is moving magically, like a swan moves in the lake. I dipped my oars into the silent lake. Now he is dipping these two oars. This is a oar. Two oars the boat is having to move the boat forward. Silently he is dipping and moving his hands and he is moving forward. And as I rose upon the stroke, my boat, as he keep on moving, rowing the boat, he moved forward, went heaving through the water like a swan. The boat is easily and effortlessly, it is moving like the swan. He is comparing the movement of the boat with the movement of the swan. When from behind that ridgy steep, till then, that mountain is still standing still behind him. the horizon bound a huge peak, black and huge. In front of him, the huge mountain came, and when he is moving forward, he is feeling like the mountain is growing bigger and bigger because he is reaching near and nearer to the mountain. But he is feeling actually boat is moving forward, but he is feeling that the mountain is growing bigger and bigger. He afraid of that mountain, as if with the voluntary power instinct. It seemed to him that it is growing huge and black mountain, and it has a very powerful instinct, and he's feeling that it is growing. It is very big. He's feeling his feelings. He feared by looking at this huge mountain, dark black mountain. At the night, reared its head, I struck and struck again. This, by looking at this huge black mountain, he struck there because smoothly he was moving, going, enjoying that scenery. But then, as in the evening, he started his adventure journey, but now it is night. During the night, that black mountain is looking like a fear to him and making him to feel guilty of what he did. It is like a mirror acting like a mirror to him, showing him all his mistakes and growing still in stature in a grim space. It is growing like a huge mountain is huge. When the boat moves forward from far away, mountain is looking small. When he moves closer and closer, he is um, looking at this mountain. It is becoming huge and huge. And during the night, nobody is there. It is still and calm. He is afraid of that mountain. Covered up between me and the stars and still. And now he is feeling like that black mountain is standing in front of him and it is blocking him the view of the stars. And it is like the bridge or the it is standing in between the stars and him. It is it is the barrier between the stars and him. For so it seemed with a purpose of its own. It seemed to him like that this huge mountain has a purpose to stand here, make him realize his mistake, and measured motion like a living thing. And it's measured the motion, and like he's feeling that this mountain is the living thing, strode after me. It is with the trembling oars I turned. Now what happened? The fear captured his heart now. Now he turned his boat back towards where he came from. Out of fear, he turned back. He changed his direction. And though the silent water stole my way, this silently he is enjoying the view and moving, and he lost in that path. He's going, moving forward and forward. But by seeing this huge mountain, he realized and he started came back to the covert of the willow tree. Now he reached back in the night to the willow tree where the boat was tied, back to the home. That means the boat's home. He returned. There in her mooring place where I left my bark, where he left that. Here the story, the adventure ends from this line because he came back and tied the boat in its mooring place back again. And through the meadows homeward went in graves. Meadows means it is grassland like, and everything is in grave means it everywhere it is a silence, and it made him fear and a serious mode. But after I had seen that spectacle means it is a picture in his mind for many days. My brain, that means whatever he saw, the adventure scene he saw during that night is still like a picture in front of his eyes. He's not forgetting that. Even the fear he felt at that time, still haunting him, worked with a dim and undetermined sense. Still he's thinking of it. He is struggling to sleep because in the dream he is looking all these scenes in his dream of unknown modes of being over my thoughts. Here, O apostrophe ear means OVER. It is in Old English, it is been used over, it is OVER, over my thoughts. In his thoughts every day, but the picture he saw, the scenery he saw on that night is haunting him. Still, he could not sleep. He cannot forget that. There hung a darkness, call it solitude. Solitude means alone, loneliness, in that darkness. He could not forget that. Or the blank desertion. Everywhere is a desert. No people were there, no birds. During night he went there, no familiar shapes, no other shapes he can see in his dream. Remained no pleasant images of tree. Because during night he went there, everything was dark, dark, and black trees and everything. This haunting image remained in his mind of sea or sky, no colors of green field. In that Roseland, he could not remember all those things. Only the dark, dark scenery is reminding him in his mind. Even he could not sleep. But huge and mighty forms that do not live, that actually they will not live. That mountain is not a living thing, but even it is the huge and mighty. It made him afraid of that scenery. Like living men move slowly through the mind. Like living men, we slowly day after day we forget them. Even they die also after 2 3 days, everybody will forget them. By day and were a trouble to my dreams. Still, this that dark night scene is troubling in his dreams. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and save the playlist. Thank you very much. Bye bye.